All right, Shalom. Giving our praises, our glory, our honors unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the hopeful elect. This will be another update on the MOTB. And Slacking. And this prophecy, pursuing the Revelation, the 13th chapter, verses 16 and 17 in particular, is coming to pass at a exponential rate. You know, it's coming to pass quickly. More and more developments are happening. And with all the talk of World War III, you know, the World Armageddon, nuclear war, is a big trending topic. But before that takes place and before the destruction of Babylon the Great, the prophecy of the MOTB must and has to be fulfilled. All right, and it will be fulfilled. Okay. So without further ado, I'm gonna read these scriptures of the prophecy, and I pretty much what I want to go into is I'm gonna show you how what's going on with this Neuralink. And Elon Musk and this Neuralink, and how this new successful human trial, how all this technology connects to buying and selling. Okay, so let me get the scripture. This is Revelation 13 and 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive M-A-R-K." Right, the charagma in the Greek, of the word charagma, in the right hand or in their foreheads, the mark, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so we know that you should know, especially if you're paying attention to what's going on, or you should know that people are able to buy and sell with their right hands with the charagma implanted inside of them, right? Years back, about 7-8 years ago now, you had this company, 3 Square Market, here in the U.S. out in Wisconsin. They came out and they had their employees voluntarily get the charagma and buy and sell in the break room at the job. They just scan their hand, and the debited money, it came out of their account of the device in their hand. Okay, the C-hip. All right, and the micro C-hip is definitely, the chip is definitely the MOTB. Without a shadow of a doubt, no ifs, ands, or buts. No matter what these Israelites say in the IUIC, ISUBK, the HOI, all the other naysayers and other people out there, you're going to be proven wrong, and you're going to be shown that Great Millstone, starting with the apostles and elders and the brothers of Great Millstone, GMS, have always been right through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, because we're doing our best to save your soul from the destruction and the judgment and the wrath of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. Okay? We just got to tell the people the truth. All right? People are already using this technology to buy and sell. Okay? Now, when it comes to the forehead, you have something called a brain-computer interface. All right? And that's what the Neuralink implant is, all right, the brain implant is. So I want to go to this article here, list of emerging technologies. Now, I was just doing some research and looking it up, and then the news that came out a few days ago, earlier this week, Sunday or Monday, and Elon Musk, he tweeted that they had a successful test for the Neuralink implanted in a human brain. Okay, so far. So this is from Wikipedia, list of emerging technologies. All right. And it says, this is a list of emerging technologies in development, technical innovations with significant potential in their applications. The criteria for this list is that the technology must, and it goes into a list of what the criteria. So now dealing with the different types of technology, agriculture, construction, what we're dealing with here with this brain implant is it's a medical implant. Anything that has to do with being inserted inside the human body, it has to be up under medicine or the medical field, okay? So when you look at the emerging technology, at the top you see artificial uterus, which that's a whole nother can of worms there, right? And you see it has same-sex procreation. So that's a whole nother video, a whole nother can of worms that I'm not going to open, but that just shows you how this man is a devil. But now the next one you see is a body implant and prosthesis. Now dealing with the body implant, and then it says brain implants. Okay. Now this is under status and potential applications. And then you have different related articles. So these things are actually in development. Okay. You got Israelite groups out there that are pretty much trying to ignore the technology. GMS is a bunch of sea theorists, con artists, conspiracy theorists, and then, they say all kind of slander against us, and they try to downplay the prophecy and how we interpret the prophecy and break it down. Okay? So now when you go into this brain implants here, all right, brain implants, often referred to as neural implants, are technological devices that connect directly to a biological subject's brain, usually placed on the surface of the brain or attached to the brain's cortex. That cortex would be the frontal lobe cortex, right? And that's the part of the brain that's directly behind your forehead, okay? Which in the Greek, that word there is metopon. So the body part of the brain that's behind your forehead is your cortexes. Okay? It says a common purpose of modern brain implants and the focus of much current research is establishing a biomedical prosthesis, circumventing areas in the brain that have become dysfunctional after a stroke or other head injuries. And this is the purpose of Neuralink. All right, if you have done your homework and you have paid attention to Neuralink and what Elon Musk has said about his technology, the first thing he wants to do is he wants to make this technology available for those people that are dealing with neurological brain issues, paralysis, and are trying to cure dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that. All right, so it's for those people. All right, and I'm going to read a little bit more. It says this includes sensory substitution, example given in vision, right? Other brain implants are used in animal experiments simply to record brain activity for scientific reasons. Yeah, they show you that in that movie, Deep Blue Sea with LL Cool J, Samuel Jackson. And they was pretty much, putting these computer chips in these sharks to track them. And then sharks went crazy and it turned into a horror movie. But, you know, that technology has been around. I believe that movie came out in like 99. Okay. But they're doing it in real life. It says, some brain implants involve creating interfaces between neural systems and computer chips. This work is part of a wider research field called brain-computer interfaces. Brain-computer interface research also includes technology such as EEG arrays that allow interface between mind and machine, but do not require direct implantation of a device. So that's another type. Neural implants such as deep brain stimulation and vagus nerve stimulation are increasingly becoming routine for patients with Parkinson's disease and clinical depression, respectively. All right. So now I want to go down to research and applications. Okay. Research and applications. No, I'm sorry. Historical research. All right. It says in 1870, Edward Hidzic and Gustav Fritsch demonstrated that electrical stimulation of the brains of dogs could produce movement. So this research into this technology goes back to the 1800s, 1870. So what? This is what, 5 years after slavery ended by old Abe, right? old Abe Lincoln. So this has been being, you know, set up by Yahweh Shai Shai. As soon as we got out of slavery, you know, he was setting up World War I. This technology, the three woes, the conflict between Jake and America in the early 1900s on into the 50s and the 60s. You know, and then the truth came out 69, 70s, all the way up until this point. You know, everything historically has been lined up when you look at it at a prophetic eye. Now, I want to jump down, going into this history in the recent years. Now, it says this, and this is the point, all right? It says in October 2020, 2 patients were able to wirelessly control a Surface Book 2 running 2 patients were able to wirelessly control a Surface Book 2, which is a laptop, running Windows 10 to text, email, shop, and bank using direct thought through the Stentrode brain-computer interface. Okay? So they were able to have this device connected to their brains, and through thinking, they was able to text, they was able to email, and they was able to shop and bank, which that ties in to the charagma in your forehead, and in verse 17, Revelation 13 and 17, buy and sell, buying and selling. It's easy for somebody to take their hand and they get the charagma and they're able to scan their hand at the counter and pay for things. But let's say you're paraplegic, you don't have arms, right? Or legs, or you don't have, you're missing limbs. Okay? You get the point. But it's mandated, and it's going to be soon, but it's mandated that now you got to get this device. So if you can't get it in your hand, then what? They put it in your head. Years back, IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel and the Bishop Yawasap had made a joke about, if you can't put a charagma in your hand, then where they gonna put it at? And then they made a joke about putting it in your head, because they was trying to mock GMS. But guess what? It's being found out to be true. All right. So now I want to get this research link here. Okay. This is from 2021. Let's pull this up. So this is The Journal of Neurointerventional Surgery. Motor neuroprosthesis implanted with neurointerventional surgery improves capacity for activities of daily living tasks in severe paralysis. First in human experience. And then you have the names of the different researchers here. So this is real research. It's been documented. It's put out there, for you to get the research. This is out of Melbourne, Australia. All right. Emerging technologies. This is lining up with Bible prophecy. Okay. So now let's tie this into buying and selling. Okay. Let me just get this first. Background. Implantable brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, functioning as motor neuroprostheses, have the potential to restore voluntary motor impulses to control digital devices and improve functional independence in patients with severe paralysis due to brain, spinal cord, peripheral nerve, or muscle dysfunction. However, reports to date have had limited clinical translation. Okay. It says methods. 2 participants with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, underwent implant in a single-arm, open-label, prospective early feasibility study. Using a minimally invasive neurointervention procedure, a novel endovascular stentrode, BCI, was implanted in the superior sagittal sinus adjacent to primary motor cortex, which basically means they went through the veins, the vasculars, and they was able to put it in the place that correlates with their motor cortex in their brain. Okay, the participants undertook machine learning assisted training to use wirelessly transmitted electrocorticography. Electrocorticography, which means basically electrocortex. Okay, signal. So they're basically sending signals to their cortex using electricity. Remember what I said about the research they did in the 1870s. It says associated with attempted movements to control multiple mouse click actions. So they was in front of a computer screen, including zoom and left click. Because if you have a mouse, the left click by your index finger, that's how you click on things and open options up on the computer, right? It says used in combination with an eye tracker for cursor navigation, because they didn't have use of their hands. So they can only use their eyes to move, and it being attached to their brain. I'm just painting a picture. What they saw on the screen, that's where the cursor would move. Okay? It says used in combination with an eye tracker for cursor navigation, participants achieved Windows 10 operating system control to conduct instrumental activities of daily living, IADL tasks. So just regular stuff. You got to go on the computer. You got to send an email. You might want to send your family a text message. You might want to check your bank account. You might want to, shop online. They was able to do that with this device connected to their brain. Okay? I'm going to jump down. I'm not going to make this too much longer. Okay? Because this is what I want to get. Oh, you know what? Let me get this. Find on page. Yep, bank. All right, I already got it queued up. Let me do this. Okay, so banking, right? Let's see what it says here. So it says discussion. It says report preliminary early Feasibility data demonstrating accurate multiple command control using a fully implanted endovascular motor neural prosthesis delivered with minimally invasive neural intervention. 2 participants with flaccid upper limb paralysis, the upper limbs were paralyzed due to ALS, and dependent on caregivers, used the ambulatory motor neuroprosthesis in conjunction with eye tracking to control Windows 10 and independently conduct remote communication, text messaging, right? Emails, online shopping, and banking tasks. So they didn't have their arms to have the Caracal inside their hands, but they had the device implanted inside of them so they can use their brain to complete regular tasks that we do on our phones, scrolling and tapping all day. Okay? Let me see here. And that's pretty much the point, man. And it gives you the number of days that they had participated in the study: 197 days, 86 days, 71 days. So this is real research. Okay? So when we tell you that the brothers, apostles, elders, leaders, brothers, teachers at GMS, when we tell you that we understand through the Holy Spirit, Yahweh Shai Shai, what these prophecies mean, we really do the research to make sure that we give you the truth. I'll speak for myself. Okay? I make sure that I'm able to get this information out, to the hopeful elect, when the Spirit hits me, and just, show you that, you can clearly see who has the truth, what's the truth, and what you need to look out for, because it's coming. 2024, they just announced, Elon Musk and Neuralink just announced that they just had a successful human trial dealing with this technology, and the research is there that they can use the technology, not just to get people to be able to, function again, but able to do the daily tasks that we all do. Okay? Having a device put in their brain, they'll be able to buy and sell. Online shopping, checking your bank account, text, email. That's everything that was recorded here. Okay? And so with that, I'm gonna close this out. Don't take the garabma when it comes. Amen. We're close. This prophecy has to come to pass before Armageddon and the destruction, and then the salvation takes place. Right? We all want to see Yahweh Shai, but we have to go through. 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Things gonna move according to prophecy quick, and it has to be expressed out there clearly to the hopeful elect that, listen, this is the truth. Listen to the prophets and act accordingly. Examine yourself whether you be in the truth, and of course pray and go to Yahweh Shai for what you need. With that, our praises go to Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.